YouTube? It's your boy Savio back here again with another reaction video. Today we're getting into Baepsae by BTS. I've been told a little bit about this from my Discord, who very highly recommended it, as well as a lot of you in the comment section. And I was told that this song is based off like an old Korean proverb about like being a tryhard, and has something to do with like birds, and that's why the other name is Crow-tit. See, YouTube, you're not gonna kill this video. Haha. Anyway, yeah, so I'm interested to get into this. I've heard a lot of great things about it, and I've been told that the meaning of this song is like deeper, and so I have to do an explanation video. I'm going to be doing a reaction to the explanation video by TV, because that's the one you guys told me to do. I don't know if I'm going to like attach it onto the end of this video, or if I'm going to release that as its own separate video to like be premiered after this. I'll see. I'll let you know depending on how long this video ends up running, but I'm going to be doing a reaction to the explanation as well, so I can get the full scope of what this song means. I am super curious how this is going to go. I was told that I should react to the live version because it also has lyrics with it, and the lyric videos for this song suck, and this song also doesn't have an official music video. It just has this and the dance practice. So everyone told me I should do this and the explanation, so that's what I'm going to do. If you don't like that, then go join my Discord. You should join my Discord regardless, but go join my Discord, yell at the people on my Discord. Don't do that, the yelling part. Do the joining part, and blame them, because these are the videos they chose. Also, you guys like to know why I pick the shirts that I do in my particular videos. I picked this shirt for two reasons. One does not have to be explained. Wearing it in remembrance of Chadwick Boseman, because duh. And two, because I saw the thumbnail. If you hover over the thumbnail on YouTube, it gives you like a quick little preview, and I saw that one of the boys is wearing like a black and gold jacket, and so it matched the color theme. You know, your boy got a matchy situation going on. But more importantly, I wanted to yeah, you know, okay, we're not gonna get emotional in this video, but anyway, that is why I'm wearing this shirt. I like it a lot. It was one of my favorite shirts already, and now it may just well be my favorite shirt. So that is that.
Are you done? Are you done?
So without further ado, we're gonna get into these videos, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Peace.
Hey.
Okay, they're starting. I'll go back a little bit. The intro was very interesting. It was a very playful, bell synth? I'm not sure. It was a different kind of synth playing a loop and like a very low reverberating synth bass under it. Wasn't too complex, but then it caught me off guard when like actual live instruments came in. So they're gonna be pairing in this case so far, the live drums with the backing track of the actual like studio version of the song, which is cool. You see it sometimes. Some people go as much as possible live instruments. Some people go as much as possible like all studio stuff. Like when I went to Travis Scott concert, like he didn't have a live band at all. It was like him and his DJ on stage. So that's an interesting choice to pair the two. I personally like the pairing of the two. I've said that in previous videos, but for the people who have not seen my previous videos, I really like the pairing of the two, so I'm hoping that I'll really like this. But so far, the intro is very good, and already the first 2 seconds of the chorus maybe says Crow Peck on screen right now, so this might be the chorus, but we'll see. I'm assuming because they all broke up and Hobie came to the forefront that this is about to be the first verse. So chorus so far pretty good. Wasn't too complex production wise. Again, not too much is happening differently than in the intro other than the drums, which came in at the end of the intro anyway with that drum roll. Not too much is happening production wise, which if it stays that way, then I'll be able to focus more on the lyrics and dance moves because clearly this song has choreography and so far it looks pretty good. The lyrics of the chorus say something about this generation suffering, which I know you guys said a lot of their earlier stuff touched on basically like critiquing of society and sticking up for like teenagers and people in school who are kind of like forgotten. So I don't know if this is a part of that whole thing. I don't know when this song came out, so I don't know if this is a part of that whole thematic phase that they were going through. Also, there was something about teachers and a golden spoon. I'm not sure if that is if that translates the same over to Western society, but being born with a it's not golden spoon, it's silver spoon in your mouth, right? Point is, being born with a golden silver spoon in your mouth means that you had an easier time and that you have basically taken the easier road, that you were given a lot of the stuff that you came from a better starting place, and so it was easier for you to achieve what you have achieved. So I'm not sure what that has to do with what I was told that this song was about, which was basically like responding to haters about being a tryhard. But let's keep going. Okay, it just hit me that this looked familiar. That's the jacket, by the way, that I saw when I saw the little thumbnail. Doesn't matter. Point is, it just hit me that this looked kind of familiar, and I didn't know why. And I just realized that someone sent me a GIF on Twitter, like in my DMs, of Hobie like pelvic thrusting. I don't know why. It was like super random. We weren't talking before. They were just like, boom, pelvic thrust. I don't know what I said. I probably just laughed, but I'm not sure why they sent me that. But I've seen these outfits before and they look good. They look real good. Like as I said in my Dynamite reaction, the pastel outfits that they be having, they're nice, but that's not really my style. But like this right here, they're looking real good. What else? Inpo, is that what you say? Inpo generation? Is that in Korea what like millennials are called? Is that the Korean version of millennials? I think RM said it in his verse. Let me know what that is, because if I'm not mistaken, this seems less like a clapback at BTS haters and more of a clapback at older people who are hating on the younger generation, which I'm cool with that too. That's just not what I thought it was coming into this. So interesting. Okay, I almost paused during that run. I'm so glad I didn't, because it's, glorious. If I didn't know already, or if more specifically, if I didn't have the lyrics to this song or didn't know what this song was about coming into it, I really would have thought this song was about sex. Like based off the name, based off the pelvic thrusting, off the like leg open fan sexy thing they're doing. Yeah, but with that being said, I really like the choreography for this, like, a lot. I'm not 100% sure why. It's not that, like, the pelvic thrusting doesn't exactly do it for me. It doesn't scratch my particular itch, but I just like this choreography so far. It seems fun. They seem to be having fun. Yeah, it's good. And it could also be, again, that I'm just loving how they look so much that whatever they could just literally be standing there and I'd be like, yeah, that was great. The little screams in the background every time they pelvic thrust. Great. Just great. Also, the little RM Tweety Bird arms. That's fantastic. Okay, so I know that the like proverb has to do with storks and I guess crows. It was two birds that you guys told me, and I've forgotten them. But I'm seeing a lot of like stork legs and that in the lyrics, so makes sense. That kind of matches, like, that completely goes against what I said earlier. That actually does match the choreography. Maybe not the hip thrusting, but, like, you know, like the little burlesque girl leg fan thing that they're doing. Yeah, I like the song a lot. It's not, again, musically, like from a production standpoint, their most complex song ever. It's mostly just that synth loop in the background, playing the lead melody with some chords underneath. Sounds like an electric piano playing a backing melody of chords, and then the drummer going ham in the background. I don't see him on stage, but you don't have to see, like, you can hear him. So not crazy complex from a production standpoint, and that may be because they want you to focus more on the lyrics, but still good. Bang, bang. 이거 정상이야. 이거 정상이야. 노릇노릇한 그 말도 아우그라니 너는 손발도 안 놀러오려 그냥 싹수가 지황사랑 사는 그 말도 아우그라니 너는 손발도 안 놀러오려 그냥 싹수가 정반대야 다시가 이너 농장이지 공평하다 are you crazy 이게 정이란 게 you might be kidding me you might be kidding me you might be kidding me Okay, one, that little like wave thing that they're doing in phases, I love that. Two, I can't tell if that was like JK rapping all the way. I'm gonna say that it was like a kind of melodic rapping, or a very, like, it was almost like he was like talking on pitch is basically what it sounded like. In that bridge section, the beat drops down and some instrument comes on way in the background, some type of like stringed instrument. I don't know what it was, but it sounded cool, and they gave him his little section. It even sounded like they called out his name before he started rapping. I don't know if I want to go all the way to say that he was rapping, because it was like so on pitch. I don't want to like ding him for being on pitch, but you get my point. He wasn't all the way talking is the point, but I liked it, and it was a nice little like change of pace from the production and the singing, chanting, rapping that was happening already. And then they go right back into, I'm guessing, what is the chorus again? Sounded like it was the chorus again. Hey! Yo, that was cold. Oh, it's over. I tried not to talk too much during that video so I could fit the explanation video on the end of this one so you guys didn't have to go like watch a whole separate video. But real quick before like I start talking about the whole song, my boy Hobie smashed that solo at the end though. Like that was, every beat was on point. Like just a electric guitar kicked in with like a little riff at the end there. It was good. Like it was real good. I don't know how I expected the song to end, but that was a really great way to go out, and he murdered it as he does all the time, because that's what he do. Okay, song as a whole, like I said, production wasn't too complex. Their flow wasn't super fast so that people couldn't follow them, and so I really feel like the purpose of this song, other than to be a bop that you can like jam to, is to really get and drive home the purpose of the lyrics. They're talking a lot about like that stork leg crow thing in their lyrics, and talking about people poo-pooing on their generation. And so I'm gonna go watch the explanation video now and get like some more in-depth understanding of it all. But I like that song. Before I click on that other video, I'm probably gonna watch that one more time just because it was crispy, and I will see you guys on the other side.
In light of BTS's new comeback, we are taking a look at their fiercest and most political song, Baepsae. First of all, you need to know this Korean idiom. 뱁새가 황새를 따라가면 다리가 찢어진다. It means when you try to do something that's out of your reach, out of your capabilities, then you will likely fail. Crow-tits or Baepsae have short legs, but storks have very long legs. So obviously a crow-tit trying to catch up to a stork will likely fail. Here the storks are referring to people in power, the big companies, conglomerates, and older generations. And in this video, I will focus on the last meaning of older generations because the previous...
I wonder... Wait, hold on. Previous meanings of... Okay. I wonder who totally called the older generation thing. I mean, it's not like it was super hard. I was just kind of reading the lyrics. But hey, point me. That little bird is adorable. I kind of get the meaning of the idiom. When it said catch up, that kind of threw me off because then I started thinking like flying. But I guess like the thought process is if that little bird tried stand in the water in the way that the stork does, it would drown because it's not built for that. And so I guess the thought process behind it is like some people aren't built to be in power, which is totally not how society works at all. All of the people who are in, like all societies, by the way, all the people who are in power at one point weren't in power and they overthrew it or gained it or whatever the case may be. So, yeah. Not to say that the old proverb is wrong, but I mean, I guess this song is saying the old proverb is wrong, so that's not really controversial.
Two meanings have been covered a lot by other explanations. Here, BTS is using crow-tits as a metaphor for the younger generation, or the millennials of South Korea. They are trying very hard to catch up with their parents' generation, the baby boomers, or the storks. They also use another metaphor of teacher to refer to the older generation who are born with a golden spoon. They say this because during the ages of the baby boomers in South Korea, they were experiencing huge economic growth and it was extremely easy to get jobs, get housing, and stuff like that. But the economy in South Korea is now at its maturing stages, and the side effects of ultra-fast economic growth have boomeranged to haunt the current generation. Currently, the millennials are facing extremely high pricing of houses, as well as high disparity between the rich and the poor, and also extreme all-time high youth unemployment.
Wow. Who does that sound like? I'm glad to know that it's not just us, because wow, that is literally the story of us. So I say us like all of you are American. I know you're not, but us as in I am American. Okay. Also, this is kind of cool because I didn't do the dance practice version, but this looks like they're using the dance practice version, so I can kind of hear it a little bit and see pieces of it. So kind of a win-win. Maybe that's why you guys told me to do the live version instead, because I wouldn't get clips of that in this. So it's good on you guys.
In this verse, BTS addresses the social injustices that millennials commonly face in Korean society. For example, passion pay. This is a very common practice in Korean society where companies basically pay young workers below minimum wage or nothing at all in return for experience. The company's logic is because they are offering.
Yeah, here we don't call that, well, I've never heard it called passion pay. We call it being an intern or internships, and they should be illegal, by the way. Like, they should not be a thing, but they are. And kind of the only way to get a job, especially in like the corporate field, which I'm totally not built for if you can't tell, is to intern with that company first or with a similar company first. So you have to give like literally years of your time for nothing. Like you're giving your own free time to work in hopes that they choose you to be like a future employee and then start at the bottom of the corporate ladder and climb your way up. It's disgusting. In the medical field, they do something similar called residency, but during residency, you're paid. So it's not the same. So I've heard people try to compare internships to residency. It's not the same because one, you're getting coffee and you're not paid, and one, you're actually getting hands-on experience and you are paid. So yeah.
Offering a job and an experience that many young people have passion for, they are the ones that are actually doing the service for the young people. Enposede is another newly made word that is used to describe the millennials of this decade. They are a generation that have basically given up what many consider to be basic human rights and wants because of extremely high youth unemployment rates and also very low wages compared to living costs. We have many different variations of Enposede to describe the millennials of South Korea. It originally started from Samposede, which is used to describe the millennials that have given up dating, marrying, and giving birth due to economic instability. Then it evolved to Oposede, which added giving up employment and buying your own house. And then it evolved into Chilposede, which added human relationships and hope. Now the word Enposede is most commonly used because they have basically given up all their dreams and hope. In these lines, BTS talks about their want to change the system. The word 정상 in the last lines has a double meaning. First, it means normal, and second, it means top. So basically, not only is BTS talking about how this is not a normal situation, society is sick, but also they are saying we are not at the top yet and we have to push further. Here, BTS addresses how the older generation blames the millennials for their struggles, saying that it is due to a lack of effort. The word
I hear this a lot, and it's crazy to me that this is an intercultural thing. There are not, is intercultural the right word? I don't know. You get the point. This is happening all over, international. That's probably a better word for it. It's happening all over the world in a bunch of different nations and a bunch of different cultures, and it's the same thing. I know enough about this to know that every single generation hates on the generation coming up behind it. And so, like, baby boomers didn't like Gen X. Gen X don't like us. We don't like Generation Z. That's what they're calling them, or I generation, because like the iPhones and stuff, their generation with iPhones. I say they, depending on what website you ask, I'm either at the tail end of the millennial generation or the very beginning of Generation Z. So I don't know. But every generation kind of hates on the next generation because they're not the exact same. And a lot of commonly used wordage goes around the fact that the next generation lacks morals and lacks effort, aka is lazy. And so this is just so interesting to me to see that this is not an isolated issue or a Western issue or whatever, that they're literally on the other side of the world going through the same stuff. And they're some of the hardest working people on earth. And so for them to be commenting on it is very interesting. He said at the beginning of this video, I think it probably made like a weird face about it, that this is one of their most political songs to date, which, okay, I didn't know that this was political at all, like coming into this, but I could see how certain political figures would not take kindly to the most influential boy band on earth right now, not even boy band, just band, period, telling people and trying to like teach them like, hey, this isn't our fault. So yeah, it's very, very interesting.
노력 is pronounced 노력 by BTS. And this is a very commonly used internet slang among millennials to sarcastically describe how the older generation blames them for the lack of effort. Baby boomers often neglect the fact how society is completely different.
So 노력 is basically Korean for okay boomer. Dope.
Now compared to when they were growing up. And also the economic situation is completely different. They also neglect the fact that a lot of the economic problems that these millennials face today were in fact caused by baby boomers. For example, housing prices that are extremely high, so that millennials have basically given up buying their houses. These were driven up by baby boomers buying multiple houses in speculation and for investment purposes. Yet many baby boomers simply neglect the fact and tell the millennials that they should try harder, work harder, so that you can perhaps buy a house 20 years later.
Real quick, I'm hearing like extra bass stuff happening in this studio version I didn't hear in the live action version. There's a whole 808 that I missed in my actual reaction to the song. I don't have any comments on it. I just wanted to let you know I'm human. I make mistakes. I miss stuff. I'm sure you guys will let me know in the comment section down below. But it happens. Every single video that I watch, when I rewatch it, I'm like, oh, dude, you missed this. It happens. Okay, back to the video.
On the surface level, these lines just simply seem like a cry for help, a call for a helping hand. However, the word Baepsae in the very last line is a very clever play on words. Basically, this word would sound like a curse word to the Korean ear. It sounds very, very similar to shipseya or keseya, which are both very serious curse words in South Korea. So not only are they crying for help, and not only are they asking the Crow-tits to unite, but they are also calling the older generations.
Okay, so I like the song more now. That shouldn't be surprising to anyone who knows my rebellious nature. But yeah, that's great. That ending where he talks about the fact that the little bird's name could also, like the way that they pronounced it, would sound like some other words that I also can't say, like he didn't say, because I'm not trying to get demonetized if this isn't already. But yeah, that was clever. I like this song a lot, bro. Like it sounds good. One, the dancing is great. Two, the outfits are fantastic, and I like when they do these little play on words. Even if I don't understand them in the beginning, and it takes videos like this to help me out and understand them, which I'm appreciative for, so shouts out to DKTV for that. I like when they take subliminal jabs, but not on Twitter, but in their songs. It's great. Again, I don't know that I would necessarily define the song as political, but it is kind of a massive millennial FU to everybody older than us, and that's fantastic. I like this. So if you enjoyed this video, definitely make sure to leave a comment down below, hit that like button, subscribe, and share, because we will be making a lot more content like this on the channel. In the coming weeks, my life is going to actually slow down quite a bit, and so I'm going to be releasing a lot more content a lot more frequently. And yeah, if you subscribe and turn on the little notification thingy, which I never tell people to do because this whole section is super cringe to me, but I got to do it because I'm a YouTuber. So, but if you do that, you will be able to be notified when I release all of my videos. So, I appreciate it. And I will see you guys here on the channel next time. Have a great day, guys. Peace.